Welcome to Weekend Warrior. In this video, we are going to look at how to clean your floor grout. Welcome back. I'm Mark. This is the Average Me channel, and in today's Weekend Warrior video, we're going to take a look at how to clean floor grout. Here in Florida, there's lots and lots of tile. My entire house is tile floors. My house is about 15 years old. I moved in about a year ago, and the one thing I've not yet gotten to is do a real thorough deep cleaning of the floors. I see some areas that were obviously high traffic areas where the grout is really dark. I see other areas where it almost looks pristine, and I'm assuming those are areas that have throw rugs. Now I'll show you what I mean in just a minute. Now the product that I bought is Zep Grout Cleaner and Brightener. This costs $9 or $10, and it's a pint container. It looks like it's going to go a long way. The other thing I got is a grout brush. These bristles are a lot stiffer than a toothbrush. Got a nice long handle. This costs about $5. Between these two items, the only other thing I'm going to use is a microfiber cloth or two and a bucket of water. This is under natural room lighting, and you can see that it starts out relatively clean. Now right about here it gets really dirty. I'm going to assume at one point someone probably had a area rug on this part of the floor. And so these grout lines look pretty clean. They're kind of a grayish, light gray. And then here it gets really dirty. Now I'm going to turn some lights on just to make things easier to see here. And this might get washed out and it might not look quite as dirty as it is. But this is a product that we are going to use. It's Zep Grout Cleaner and Brightener. They recommend you do small portions at a time, about a 2-foot square area, and rinse it after 3 minutes with clean water. So I'm going to pour a little bit into this plastic container, and I'm going to apply it with this grout brush. Oh my goodness, look at that, it's foaming up. I don't know if you can see that. Right away it foamed up. And the instructions say to let this sit for about 3 minutes.
A few minutes later.
Now we're going to agitate it with a brush, but there is a lot of grime coming up on the sides. Okay, and then I'm going to take a wet microfiber cloth and I'm going to go over this. And one more time. We'll let this dry and see how it works. It looks like it is, just looking at it, a lot cleaner than it was when I started. Okay, here's the results. They're pretty impressive. This is where I did not clean, and we move into the area where I cleaned. You can see it gets pretty clear, and then we move into the area where I didn't clean again. Same thing this direction. There's a little stubborn spot right there. I think it's just wet right now, but you can see where it was cleaned, and then it got to that area, and it's real dirty again. So you can really see the difference between the old area and the new area. And you can see it here once again. Even with the shadows coming in, you can still see this was dirty, just like that. And you can see the difference. Same thing here. This is dark, and then it got to the area that I cleaned. So here's another strip I did right here, and we'll compare it to here, which is what it looked like. This is just a parallel, light going in the same direction, and I think you can see this still looks pretty dark and dirty, and this one looks nice and clean. And as we follow this grout line, we hit one stubborn stain there, but all of a sudden, here's the parts that weren't cleaned. And look how dirty they are. I would say that we had pretty good success cleaning the grout. And once again, under natural room lighting, the lower left quadrant was cleaned and the upper right was left unclean. And there is a remarkable difference. Wow, I have to tell you, I am really pleased with the way this turned out. As it's drying, I'm noticing that grout is getting brighter and brighter and more white. I don't know if that's just because the grout gets darker when it's wet, or if the acid in here if it continues to be active and continues to work. But those areas that I cleaned look so good. It didn't take a whole lot of work. Yeah, there's a little bit of elbow grease. You're down on your knees and you're scrubbing. But I would guess you could get the typical powder room done in probably 10 minutes or less. I'm going to start with the high traffic areas and then eventually work my way through the whole house. The nice thing is you don't have to do this all at once. You can do one area, and another day when you feel ambitious, do another area. I will tell you there are a few warnings here. It says to use it in a well-ventilated area. Quite frankly, I think that's just one of those things to protect themselves, because I didn't find that the odors were powerful at all. It also tells you to wear rubber gloves. I got it on my hand, barely noticed it. It's maybe moderately stronger than vinegar, in my opinion, but use your own judgment. If I was going to do this for an hour and a half, an extended time working with this, I might put some rubber gloves on just as a precaution to keep my hands from getting, having any reaction to this. But it didn't seem to me like it is that powerful. So there you have it. As always, I encourage you to like and share the videos. Leave your comments down below. If you haven't already, please subscribe by clicking my face in the corner. And of course, don't forget to ring that bell icon up above. That way you'll be notified when I post new videos. Thanks again for joining me. I'm Mark, and this is The Average Me Channel.